I'm someone who has been dosed with Lupron and testosterone starting at 12. I received a bilateral mastectomy just 1 month after my 13th birthday. I went straight from training bras to binding, straight to the operating table at 13. The reason why is because I had undiagnosed autism and unaddressed childhood sexual trauma. I was scared to become a woman. I was getting unwanted male attention, which made me fearful of being victimized again. I had sensory issues I didn't know how to cope with when I began menstruating and needing bras. I learned about transgenderism at 11, and I thought maybe that was the reason I was so uncomfortable. I brought the idea of the therapist I'd been seeing, and she immediately affirmed me, gave me a diagnosis of gender dysphoria, and once I told my parents, she began writing referrals for doctors specializing in pediatric transition care. Never along the way did anyone question why I suddenly wanted to become a boy. They didn't comprehensively screen me for mental health disorders or ask me about any prior trauma. I saw Suzanne Watson in Kaiser Oakland's Proud Clinic, and within 90 minutes, she signed off for me to receive testosterone and meet with a surgeon named Winnie Tong. The mastectomy was explained to me at 12 using watered-down terms like top surgery. I was told I would never be able to chest feed. I was told I might lose sensation, but to me, at 12, that equated to numbness. But today I deal with nerve pain, extreme slicing sensations, electrical zaps, and itchiness. I could scratch my skin until I bleed, but with no relief because the skin is numb and doesn't register touch. However, the nerves underneath are erratic. I'm nearing 8 years post-op this September. As you can probably all tell, my voice is permanently lowered from the testosterone I took from 12 to 17. I do have a slight Adam's apple. I can't raise my voice for long periods of time. I can't scream if I'm in danger. Mind you, I'm a pretty small person, standing at about 4'11". I still grow facial hair that I have to deal with. I have atrophy and urinary issues. Testosterone also damaged my liver. I've had fatty liver disease since about 14. The Lupron essentially put my body in menopause. I gained weight. My psychiatric issues flared up. I experienced intense hot flashes, which made it really difficult to focus on my 7th grade homework. Today I live with chronic joint pain. I'm only 20. At no point along the way was I offered an off-ramp. I didn't even know what detransition was until I was almost 18 and began to taper myself off the hormones, scared to go back to the doctors. Even at 18, I called member services and requested my name and gender marker be switched back and to receive a new insurance card to reflect that change. Weeks later, I received one in the mail with my male name. I'm here today to speak out against gender-affirming medical practices for minors. We are letting vulnerable children be irreversibly harmed by a medical system that affirms without asking why. We need to protect children from these rushed experimental interventions. Let kids grow up whole.